Russian women are famous worldwide, not only for their stunning beauty, but also for the depth of their culture and the passion they bring to their lives. If you're curious about what they get up to in their daily lives in Russia, come along with me on this exploration. And don't forget to enjoy the video. Let's kick off with an intriguing fact. A significant number of Russian women are part of the country's police force. Yep, you heard it right. About 30% of cops in Russia are women, and they're doing all sorts of jobs, from criminal investigations to tourist policing. One standout figure among them is Daria Yusupova. At just 24 years old, she's already a well-known face not only in Moscow, but globally. Daria serves in Moscow's police cavalry and is often hailed as Russia's most beautiful cop, serving as an inspiration for many young women. Before we move on with the video, I've got a tip for anyone interested in meeting and chatting with women from other countries. I've left a link in the pinned comment for a reliable website that only allows profiles of real people. Click on the link in the pinned comment to start meeting new people. Continuing our exploration of Russian traditions, let's dive into the culture of the Russian bathhouse, a deeply rooted practice cherished by both men and women in Russia. The Russian bathhouse goes beyond just taking a dip. It's a rejuvenation for the body and soul. It's not just a place for physical cleansing, but also a social hub where friends gather. Inside rustic cabins, where fires heat up stones, water is thrown onto them to produce thick steam. Broom-like branches are waved around to get the blood flowing, amidst plenty of chatter and sweating. Intense, right? Speaking of baths, there's also this event called Davai, an annual celebration that goes down in January, where folks of all ages brave the ice by plunging into freezing waters. This act, involving 3 consecutive dips, not only tests physical endurance, but is also a gesture of faith, echoing the baptism ritual. And speaking of purifying elements, cats hold a special place in Russian households. It's believed these animals bring purifying energies. In fact, among Russian women, a whopping 59% have at least one cat at home, reinforcing the idea that these felines are more than just pets, but true enriching companions of daily life. When Russian women settle into a new home, it's pretty common for them to bring a cat along for the ride. This ain't just a random choice though. It's all tied up with local legends that say having a cat around brings good luck to a new crib. That's why you might find it kinda odd that some folks even rent cats. But hey, it totally makes sense when you get why they do it in this cultural setup. Another thing you gotta know about Russian gals is their flawless vibe. They're famous worldwide for their beauty, and it ain't just luck of the draw with genetics. These ladies put in the time and effort to always look on point, no matter the occasion. But don't go thinking it's all skin deep. Nah, for them, beauty runs deep, and keeping up appearances is just part of making that killer first impression. Now let's clear up a common misconception about Russia. It ain't all snow and ice, despite what you might have heard. Russia's got 4 solid seasons, each bringing its own vibe and scenery throughout the year. So forget about that dull, frozen image you might have in your head. Russia's far from it. Russian women are really particular when it comes to choosing accessories that suit each season. For instance, during those harsh winters, they're all about bundling up with scarves and hats to fend off the brutal cold. There's also this cool tidbit about their tradition of giving flowers. In Russian culture, it's customary to give an odd number of flowers for celebrations and happy times as a sign of joy, while even numbers are saved for somber occasions like funerals. So if you're thinking of giving flowers to a Russian woman, make sure to remember this detail to avoid sending the wrong message. Food holds a special place in Russian culture, especially among women. From a young age, many are encouraged to hone their cooking skills. There's a popular saying that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and in Russia, they really take this to heart. Cooking delicious meals is believed to not only nourish the body, but also strengthen family and emotional bonds. If you're getting involved with a Russian woman, get ready to dive into the world of culinary appreciation. Man, they really cherish it when you dig their cooking skills. Plus, when you're getting to know Russian ladies, it's key to grasp that a lot of them have their life plans locked in. Marriage, for instance, often sits high on the priority list, no matter where you hail from. Don't think the relationship will always be a smooth sail, though. Many Russian women are laser-focused and driven. It's not uncommon for them to be mapping out marital stuff like kid names or future home decor colors before things even get official. That's their dedication shining through. all in for a stable and happy family life down the road. So, if you're jumping in, understand that backing out won't be a walk in the park with their level of determination. Also, it's worth noting that some Russian ladies lean towards foreign fellas, which is something to mull over if you're from another land. Before we move on with the video, I've got a tip for anyone interested in meeting and chatting with women from other countries. I've left a link in the pinned comment for a reliable website that only allows profiles of real people. Click on the link in the pinned comment to start meeting new people. The idea that Russian women prefer men from other countries isn't just some stereotype. Many genuinely value qualities they perceive as more prominent in foreigners. And hey, that could be a plus for you. Take, for instance, the story of a Russian woman married to a Turkish guy. She wasn't just wooed by his words, but mainly by the actions that showed his true intentions. Compared to some Russian dudes she knew, who were all talk and no walk, her Turkish hubby's persistence and sincerity won her over, not to mention his sense of humor that's been a lifeline in tough times. From this tale, we can draw two big takeaways. First off, Russian women are individuals with desires and dreams, and plenty do dig the foreign charm. But hey, don't paint everyone with the same brush. While some might seek partners abroad, others find love satisfaction right at home. Secondly, on the emotional expression front in Russia, flashing a smile in public ain't as common, reflecting a distinct cultural trait. Though it's not common to catch Russians flashing smiles in public, it doesn't mean they're cold or standoffish folks. Actually, if a Russian shows interest in you, chances are you'll be greeted with genuine, warm smiles. So, don't get discouraged if you don't get an instant grin. Affection might come in less obvious ways at first. When it comes to social etiquette, it's deeply ingrained among Russians to never show up empty-handed when invited over to someone's place. Whether it's bringing a cake, sweets, a bottle of wine, or chocolates for the kiddos, bringing something along is a gesture of courtesy and respect for the host. This practice reflects deep consideration and respect in social interactions. Lastly, regarding Russian women in their romantic relationships, they're known for their strength, determination, and loyalty. Dating a Russian woman isn't just about sharing a bond with her, but also integrating into her family. She expects genuine commitment that goes beyond just the two of you, embracing a connection with those closest to her. As the relationship progresses into a more serious commitment like marriage, this family integration becomes even more meaningful. At this point, the bride's parents warmly embrace the future son-in-law, treating him like their own son. This aspect of relationships is particularly healthy and contributes to the formation of strong and lasting family bonds. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these aspects about Russian women did you find most interesting? Please leave your comments below. I'm eager to read each one of them. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our weekly content. Take care and see you in the next video.